So I got my first derma roller in 2012. Since then, I've tried just about every needle length, every type. I've done rollers, I've done the electric stampy one. I got this one. This is I don't know what this is. My acupuncturist gave it to me. I've tried it with minoxidil back when I was using minoxidil and putting chemicals in my body. I don't do that anymore. That doesn't work. Neither does microneedling, really. I can say, like, if you're expecting hair regrowth, I don't know. Like, I've seen people on the internet with really awesome regrowth using microneedling and some other things, but never got it myself. And like I said, I did 1 millimeter, 1.5, 1.25, 0.75 with minoxidil, without minoxidil. And for the last 13 years, I've been microneedling. And it supposedly releases all these growth factors and maybe does this like angiogenesis thing where like new blood vessels are formed to your scalp. I don't know. And the fact that I got this from my acupuncturist makes me think it might be rooted. I mean, it could be a therapy that's many, many years old, many centuries old. In which case, I'm inclined to continue doing it. But I don't think this will stand alone and regrow your hair. It's not going to change the fact that you have sloping skull where your hairline used to be. And it's all head shape. If you're not doing anything about your head shape changing over time, then you're not doing anything to help your hair. And that's got to come to a stop. You got to figure out why that's happening, and then figure out how to, like, one, stop it from happening, and two, maybe even reverse it. But yeah, all the microneedling is not going to grow hair on an egg-shaped, cone-shaped, bulging forehead head. It might help for a little bit. It might help after you figure out how to stop your skull from expanding. But definitely it's not going to be your one silver bullet against male pattern hair loss. Take it from a guy who's been doing it for 13 years. I think it was 2000. Maybe it was 2013. So it's only 12 years. Oh well. But yeah. What else did I want to say in this video? Kind of forget. The sharp needles tapping into my head was affecting my concentration. So anyway, that's my hair loss, my microneedling confession. Damn, I wish I could remember that other thing I was going to say. Oh, routines, that's right. If you do microneedling, people will give you a microneedling routine. I'll do this every 3 days, do this once a week. The problem with routines is that we live on the earth, and the earth is not routine. The earth is always in flux. It's always in a cycle. It's not like, it's always changing. Routines are like a human construct. There are seasons. There's a season for everything. There's a cycle, but there's no routine really. Even the lunar cycle doesn't align with the solar cycle. So when I'm doing hair loss intervention, now my approach, I used to do routines, like every day I do this. I tried to adjust that to the lunar cycle and the solar cycle. Maybe what my microneedling, like right now it's kind of the new moon phase. Maybe that's a good time to microneedle. I'd sync up with the lunar cycle, sync up with the solar cycle, sync up with the seasons. The energy of our bodies is not routine. In fact, it's anti-routine. I think routine is probably what's causing our skulls to change shape in the first place. And so we want to break the routine. We can sync up with the cycle. I think that's good, especially the lunar cycle, because the lunar cycle is a lot of feminine energy. And I think, females don't go bald, so it's like, we can tap into the feminine energy, our feminine energy reservoir, which is down in our abdomen and our dantian, maybe that would be a good thing for hair loss. The more we can sync up the lunar cycle, the better the more stronger we'll cultivate our feminine energy. Perhaps. I don't know, this is the way I think now. I'm trying to sync up with nature, sync up with the earth. Get out of the routine. The routine is very male. It's controlling. These things are not good for us. They cause male diseases. Male pattern baldness is a male disease. I'm glad I remembered that. That was a good rant. So anyway, I don't know how long I've been doing this for. I guess it's been like it's been almost 7 minutes. That's probably long enough. I'm not going to do much anyway. Most likely. But yeah, I should do the whole head. Even though I have some thinning in the crown, but really just a lot of the hairlines where I don't have hair anymore. Yeah, maybe some inflammation will help clear out the calcification in the foramens back here. I think bee stings are better for that. But this could induce some inflammation too. So you definitely want to get the crown, even if you're not going bald back there, because there's calcification that occurs in the skull foramen. But really, the underlying problem with that is probably the routine aspect. Hardening the heart with your routine rather than doing things that you're passionate about in the moment. That keeps your heart warm and your body uncalcified. So really, this microneedling is just a biohack. You want to get away from biohacks. Biohacks are not going to bring your hair back. Biohacks are not going to get you back to health. Because this is a spiritual process. It's not a biohacking process. There's a spirituality to everything we do. There's a journey. Still, the biohacks are interesting, so it's hard to break the habit of the biohacks. I consider it as an experimentation, and I'm going to keep it this thing. I don't know. I just like, maybe it's better energetically than the electronic stamp or the roller. It's kind of like I'm creating the energy that's going into my scalp. So maybe there's some benefit there. I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in this intervention, and that's kind of the point of this. Like, it's not going to make or break your hair loss. I think I'll keep doing it like every new moon or every full moon, something like that. Sync with the lunar cycle. Alright, that's definitely long enough. And let's get the hairline a little more. And then after you do this, probably shouldn't do massaging or skull compression. Oh, skull compressions I probably still do. I'll still probably do compressions on my forehead. Push that forehead in. That's going to help with hair. If you can do that, if you can successfully flatten out your forehead, that'll really help out your hair out. This might be nonsense. Unless it's been around for centuries, in which case it probably helps with diffuse thinnings, but that's not receding hairlines. Receding hairlines have to do with this curvature of your forehead. This isn't going to do anything with the curvature of your forehead. It's not going to stop your forehead from curving either. So that's the priority. Get your forehead to stop curving and flatten it somehow. That's the best intervention. Alright.